Hey guys, welcome to Raw Vibrant Health. My name is Light, and thank you for showing up on my show. I'm glad we could both appear in each other's field. I got some information for you guys that could be life-saving, life-changing, and I just want to make sure that enough people know that it's really simple to get well. It's not always easy to change your diet and your lifestyle and all this. It's actually really difficult, but the actual um, the nature is simple. So the things that you actually need to do, and really a lot of the things you really need to stop doing, all that stuff is pretty simple. But you got to have patience, gumption. You got to have the drive. You got to have the determination and faith and support. You got to have some people around you, and who are supporting you. So, anyways, there's a lot that you need, and there's a lot that comes into it. But really, I want to tell you how to heal these diseases. Okay, and it doesn't matter what it is. And trust me, I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of what you would call colleagues who have quite a long list of experiences. I have a lot of friends. I've met a lot of people through my travels and different, because I'm always in the tropics where the fruit grows, and the fruit is the most healing food. And I've worked with a lot of people also in person wherever I go. So I'm not just saying this, blowing smoke out of my behind. You know what I'm saying? Is that the correct terminology for this? Is that the correct quote for this circumstance? I think it is. Anyways, I want to talk about, healing these disharmonies, these ailments, these pains and weaknesses and sufferings, these disabilities, these challenges, these encumbrances, the blockages that are in our body. And it's really, guys, let's just do this. It's a 3-minute video, okay? So this is how you do it. You get into nature as much as you possibly can in every possible way. Get the cleanest water you can to drink and wash in. Get the freshest air to breathe in. And of course, the diet is so crucial. It's very, 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 it's imperative that you throw away the trash. You throw away the processed food. You work on your emotions as the detoxing comes up, because the detoxing will come up no matter how much you change your diet. Even if you just change it a little, you could make your health a lot better, and you could even have some intense detox from a small step up that pyramid of detox, or you could take bigger steps, or take big leaps, or take a few steps, 3 steps up and 2 steps down, and either way you're still climbing up over time. So that's really it. Is that's a big part of it. And then the energy is part of it. We're all energetic beings, so it's not always just the diet, but it is the energy, and then it's the environment where you're at. Do you love your life? Do you love your surroundings? Are you in a good, healthy environment? Is there stability? Is there work that is purposeful? Is there, all of these different things. So, but in a nutshell, it's really, as far as the physical, it's that mucus in your body when you have too much of it. And then you have all that stuff I just named, the emotions and the things that are difficult, is all wrapped inside there, And so really, the easiest way for most people is to just hop on the juices. Drink a bunch of juices, fresh juices. Fruit and vegetable is usually, I like to do a mix. Because if you do, sometimes people can't handle 100% fruit, eating the fruit or drinking it. And I've seen it multiple times, and I've experienced it in myself when I've been super saturated in certain fruits like grapes and stuff, and other ones. A lot of different fruits have done that. When I got really sweet, pure, ripe stuff, it was just, yeah. So there's sometimes, but yeah, if you need like actual guidance, I still am here to do it. I'm still available to help people. I haven't been doing it for a while, but I'm still, it's like I've actually been on one of these pages. I'm actually being able to be kind of seen, and I've been answering tons of questions and looking at just. That's why I wanted to make this video, because I'm seeing that, gosh, people are in serious shape, you know. And I wanted to say that, if you get to my page or you get to the raw food somehow and you find out about it, like right now, I know it seems outlandish a little bit from what you're used to, because it is. It's like the opposite of what you're used to. Well, doesn't that make sense? You got to change everything if you want to start. You can't keep eating the stuff that's poison, and you can't live in a horrible negative ways, and you can't, whatever it is that's not serving you, you can't do these terrible habits all the time and not expect consequences. So what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to do a 180 pretty much. And I know that scares people, but don't do what I did. This is from like my deepest heart, is like me. I would say 14 years ago, I got my juicer. I saw John Kohler, and then I also saw Dan McDonald, who's like my hero. And I was going to farmers markets, and I was doing a lot of raw stuff and a lot of things. But I knew at the time it wasn't my path. So hopefully, as you're watching this, or you see somebody else who's raw now or later, or whenever it happens, hopefully when that happens, and hopefully sooner, hopefully that when it happens, that you're not like me and you're like, oh, I wasn't ready. But the truth is, I wasn't ready at the time. I wasn't. But I'm just hoping for you guys that you will be, because that's why I'm doing this, because I know the amount of suffering you can have when you're bedridden for 3 years and you have no one helping you, and you're in pain, and you're beach ridden, and your family doesn't understand. No one understands. And I'm not blaming the family, but most normal people don't understand this stuff. And then you go to the white coats, and then that's just a death sentence. I mean, 98% of the time. There's a few good instances, but I just wanted to make a video about disease and how to heal it. And I do want to plug my boys and gals at the Daily Green Boost really quick, just because they're really solid. And whether you're detoxing or you're rebuilding, this stuff is always recommended by me for sure. They're super organic. Like, this thing is packed of enzymes. Put it in your juice, put it in your smoothie. The stuff rocks. And I could spout all the things: vitamins, vitamin B12, this, that, all this, because some people like that, and minerals and amino acid, all these things. But it's the best. It's the best. So dailygreenboost.com. Support those guys if you're looking for a green powder. And yeah, there's many ways to go about really healing yourself, but really it comes down to raw foods that aren't cooked, and the fruits are more healing than the vegetables. Way, way, way more healing. But sometimes you want balance, and one person might want to be more gradual, or someone someone with cancer. Oops. Oh shoot. I don't even know what that is, because I don't even believe in those things, Everything is just cells that are they healthy, or are they dead? And so, but if you have that C thing, you know what I'm saying? Then you're going to probably want to do something more drastic if you actually want to LIVE. It's just the truth. If you really wanna, you can. Yeah, but if you're just sick of it, I know it's like it's the hardest thing to be like, oh wait, eating fruits and vegetables, it's so out of your. It's just so far away. For me, I've been eating healthy. I've been eating extremely clean for 18 years. Organic for the first long time there, I was like almost all organic and just no GMO and all these things. I stopped dairy sometime there, maybe 16 years ago. I don't know, something like that. And I stopped gluten at the same time. So I've done a lot of stuff and I know what works and what doesn't because I was actually born sick with asthma and all this. And like I said, I was beach ridden, bedridden. I had arthritis, fibromyalgia sort of stuff, the asthma, the prostatitis, sexual health was not good. The man stuff was not good. Yeah. And then I had, what else? Oh yeah, like ulcerative colitis, like all these things, you know. And then I've seen remarkable things in other people. So I'm just saying, like, when I'm seeing these, I'm reading and I'm responding as many people as I possibly can, just trying to type them these messages. But it's like, is this? Are they going to take it on? And that's why I'm like, oh, guys, this is your invitation to take on your healing journey. Wake up even more, because if you found me or the other raw food people, you've woken up. You've woken up, maybe not in every way, because there's so many parts of waking up, and I still have. I don't think I'll ever achieve total enlightenment. I don't think most people can, but we try. That's the goal. Is we try. That's what we're striving for, you know. So if, I would just suggest, like, learn. That's the other thing. How do you heal any disease? You learn, and you need to know what's going on. Because if you don't know what's going on, then you're like, oh wait, what's going on? I got this rash, and I never had a rash before. Then you're gonna freak out and like go to the hospital, and then they could unalive. They possibly could unalive you in some circumstances. Trust me. Or you could be like, oh wait, I have this rash, and then you remember, oh, I used to put cream or this toxic cream on my skin for my eczema, or I used to put all this toxic acne stuff on, or whatever, and it's like now you have rashes, and it's like, and then you're like, wait, but my body is, so when I get sick and when I get a flu or a cold, that's actually what I want. That's actually the way that I'm actually going to heal. And that's the only way you're going to heal a disease. Like if it's some deep stuff, you have to go through a lot of that pain. But you're already going through that pain on the daily. So why don't you just sit back, go through that pain and focus it and let it go. Let everything go. You have to let everything go if you're trying to heal a disease. Dis-ease, disharmony, you know, you got to realign with your deepest intention and your deepest with the source, you know, and you gotta allow nature to put you back together. And that's basically, you're on an operating table, which is Dr. Nature, and the Dr. Nature is fruits, vegetables, herbs, and you can eat fruits, you can do fruits, herbs, you can do a little bit of water fasting, but you got to work up to that a little. Just a few days is usually fine, but juice fasting is the most practical for most people, especially for long periods of time. You just want to lose this 100 pounds, like I'm talking to this guy. Well, that's the most practical thing. I mean, that's a cinch. I mean, but yeah, I know doing it is not a cinch, but naturally it's just going to come off. You know, and then you're also going to heal your body and put on healthy tissue later on there, because there's like so much to really say that I would really try to do a 5-minute video here, but it's so impossible to tell you. Like, I'm trying to tell you all the little things, because you need to know how much juice to drink, and you need to know that each person is different. Constitution has different weaknesses. You know, one person's adrenal glands might be good, and the other person's are totally dead, right? And the other person's thyroid is good, and the other person's isn't. You know, it's like, so you got to take on all these things into account, and then see what's going on with the channels of elimination. To heal disease, you need to poop the stuff out, pee it out, cough it up. You want to actually see the stuff come out of your lungs, and you want to be sweating. If you're a overactive sweater, that's a thyroid thing. Underactive, also That's a low thyroid thing. So you want to be kind of a middle sweater. But yeah, there's too many tidbits and there's too many little things. But I just want to suggest that if you find me, cool, watch my other videos, and then find people who resonate with you. That's really important. You know, find the people to have some support, because most of the time your family's not going to know. They're going to be trying to, most cases they're going to be like trying to give you mashed potatoes and make you eat meat because you're not getting your protein. And that, guys, in case you haven't noticed, there's a lot of propaganda on this planet. The sugar's bad, right? Yeah. High fructose corn syrup is horrible. Pure sugar from the most high creative intelligence that there is, that made these fruits. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about getting too much sugar because I thrive off it. So, and many do. So if you want true health, you're going to have to go. You're not going to just do this little thing, do this little cleanse, do this little thing. It's a lifestyle, and it's a day-to-day thing. And some person, you might need it might only take you really like 2 weeks to start feeling really better and make some incredible strides. And someone else, it might take you 6 months to be in the same boat, or a year or two. Sometimes you're that clogged up, because the thing is when you're eating too much acidic foods, which is anything besides a fruit or a vegetable, anything besides raw food that is not cooked, then you are poisoning yourself. I mean, straight up. You're burning yourself. You're creating pain. You're creating a bunch of white lymph fluid, which is that pimple fluid, which is also a breast tumor fluid, or wherever your tumor is. The fluid, that white stuff, that's acids. And that is the truth, that people are waking up. They're learning about their lymphatic system. They're learning about, like I said, filtering their kidneys. And like I said, there's just like so much I could say and I need to say, but I know that I go too long sometimes, but this one was more direct, I think, than my last few was just like, hey, what's up? I'm just saying hi sort of thing, because I've been a little bored, to be honest, which is weird because it's just, I usually don't get bored, but it's weird times. All right, guys. So yeah, that's it. And if you need my help, you know what to do. And yeah, just don't worry. You're in the right place. Learn about this stuff, because I ain't doing this for the money. That's for sure. Oh, I ain't doing this. I'm doing this because it's a heart mission. It's a soul mission. And I wouldn't have it any other way. When I know what I'm supposed to do, when I see the truth in my life, I'm devoted to that truth. And I've done it many times in different forms. But for me, the raw food is the highest devotion for me. It's the highest form of respect to yourself. Eating the cleanest, purest, non-mucus forming food, alkaline foods, eating that is the highest form of respect for your body, not to mention the creator. Okay? So munch on that, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.